Hey guys, what's up? It's Phil Trigger here with another game theory video. It's been a while since I've made one of these, but yeah, sorry. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about null guards. Zero shields, flash shields, null guards, perfect guards. They have many, many names, but you can identify them all by having a grade 1, zero shield, and their effects are, you can call it to the Guardian Circle, you discard one unit of its clan, basically if it's a Kagura, you discard Kagura, etc. And then it staves off damage. So you take no damage for that one battle. Not the entire battle, one battle. So it does save you from taking a massive amount of damage or protecting one of your rear guards when you need it. But I see a lot of people misuse this. There's a common misconception that you'd only use it with when you're getting your vanguard attacked. Or when you're taking a shot from your opponent's vanguard. While it's true in most cases, some cases you really need to use it more than once. For example, if my opponent attacks with 21 Vanguard, and I have 5 damage, and I don't have enough guards in my hand to break that limit, so let's say I have a whole bunch of 5k shields, and I only have this, I'll call this, discard my 5k shield, and then boom, I'm saved. But if you get like 2 critical triggers, and let's say I have another one of the ZDs in hand, then you get 2 critical triggers that go to the rear guard. Now he's swinging at me for a high number with 2 crits. Fuck. So instead of just taking that shot or wasting my entire hand, I'll use another rear guard. Use another null guard and then discard another card. You should be wary when you use these cards though, simply because they do cost you 2 cards when you use it, but it does stave off damage. Also, using it on a rear guard isn't suggested unless you really need that rear guard for a winning game push. For example, for me it'd be the best example either Overlord or Braki, because they can really push in for game and net me so much card advantage. But in most cases, they'll swing at your Vanguard when you're in a pressured state, meaning if you have 5 damage, they'll go after you like no other, and it's best to use these guys. But in most decks, you don't want to run more than 3. 3 is about the best number you can run them at. 2 is way too little. 3 is the best number simply because you can get a good amount, and they don't kill your hand too much. That's the only drawback. It does wreck your hand. So, sorry guys. So basically, when you call it out, you have to make sure you commit. You commit to that play, and you make sure you can recover and gain yourself that advantage back next turn. Also, another thing, I see a lot of people discard really good cards with this. Bad. Inexperienced players, they don't know. It's like I said, new players will simply think of discarding another CO guard or a 10k shield, which is bad. If you have a 5k shield that you're not going to use, like a draw trigger, it's always best to discard this. But if you have grade 3s, they have no shield at all. Why would you keep them in hand? You can call grade 2s out next to your Vanguard. Why would you keep a grade 3 in your hand? This is a perfect opportunity to get rid of them. Remember, when grade 3s end up in your hand and you already have a grade 3 Vanguard, unless you're going to ride or do some other kind of play, they're pretty much useless. They're fodder. So you can use them with your Baris. So you use Bari, discard your grade 3, you lose no shield value except for the Bari, and you're set. But in the worst case scenario, you would want to discard another 5k shield. Also, another thing, make sure you use these guys sparingly, and make sure you plan out how you use them. For example, if I use one, and then use all my rest of my shields in my hand, if I use, and my opponent swings for me again, and I need another one, I'll have one, but the other card will either be another one of these, or just a necessary card. So plan out how you're going to use your hand and what you're going to discard for the guard, as well as calling to the field and such, because no guards are a very strong card in the game, but they can also be very crippling to your plays. So you want to basically keep it in your best interest to plan out these guys as much as you can. Plan out 3 turns ahead, 2 turns, whatever. Just make sure you use these guys with, what's the word? With caution, I guess. Because they can get you the win, or they can lose you the win. So yeah, just also make sure you count triggers too. When your opponent is attacking you for a high number, and you know they have a certain amount of triggers they already use, it's best to use your normal shield instead of the guard, unless they get really lucky. But if they do have a high amount of triggers they haven't used yet, it's always best to use that null guard. So anyways, this is a quick game theory video, guys. Tomorrow I'll come back with more stuff. Hopefully new deck profiles of a competitive Nova Grappler deck. A lot of people have been asking me. Also, hopefully a budget Goku deck. I also want to start a budget segment here, because I know players, they can't afford as many cards. I mean, even me, I'm struggling to get cards I need. But yeah, I mean, my trades are crap. But yeah, I mean, this game's expensive to an extent. It's not as expensive as like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic, but it still costs a good amount of money to play your hobby. And it's tough on some players because I know most of us, we just do this for fun. We don't have jobs, or we have other things we need to spend on. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and yeah, peace.